What it is, it's your boy Learn, and we are back. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to all the OGs. Hit that subscribe if you haven't. Hit that like and hype me up. Why? Because we family. What are we here to talk about today? I have to bring y'all some value. That's why you don't hear the music in the background or normal tone. I know that we normally come on this channel and we talk about entertainment and men's health. Well, we want to do men's growth, right? Females welcome too. Growth of all. And the only way we can do that is to start by letting you know how we can grow together. The bit of content I got for you today, we're going to check out is how the CEO of YouTube wants you to grow on the platform, right? This is the guy that's running it, and we get to hear from his mouth how it goes. And I want you guys to take this ride with me as we deep dive on how we all can monetize from the platform. So let's get right into it. Let's dive right into this content to further figure out how we can monetize on YouTube, right? Because we're here to grow. So let's do that.
What the CEO of YouTube says actually works on YouTube, what doesn't, and why your current strategy might be sabotaging your growth.
The goal is the same, which is to make our creators successful on our platform.
So let's start with the biggest lie in the YouTube space, that you need to hack the algorithm. Listen, everybody's obsessing over this mysterious black box called the YouTube algorithm, trying to reverse engineer it. But here's what the CEO of YouTube actually says about it.
The simplest way to think about the recommendations that you see in your feed, whether it's the home feed or on the watch page, is it is really a reflection of your interests as a viewer. And so when it's changing in the sense of reflecting back your interests or your personalized history of what you are watching on our platform.
Did you catch that? The algorithm is not some mystical force that you need to outsmart. When people say the algorithm's changed, Neil says,
well, because our interests as viewers continues to change.
This changes everything. You're not fighting the algorithm. You're working with it by creating content that genuinely serves your audience's interests. We should be replacing the word algorithm for audience, which brings us to the real secret here. See, when the YouTube CEO, Neil, was directly asked, what is the secret to being a successful creator on YouTube? His answer wasn't about thumbnails or titles or posting schedules, which kind of shocked me. You think that you know about growing on YouTube's actually wrong. That while you're out here chasing algorithm hacks and viral trends, you have the CEO of YouTube who's been giving away the actual secrets in plain sight, and almost nobody's listening.
Welcome to YouTube.
Mohan was one of the pioneers of internet advertising.
Really kind of from me at the zoo to what it's become today. Creators that take their eye off that ball, that's where the problem starts.
Listen, I've spent hours and hours digging through interviews with Neil Mohan. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's the CEO of YouTube. And what I found will completely change how you think about growing on this platform. This isn't just like another 10 tips to go viral kind of video. This is straight from the man who literally controls the platform. And the crazy part of this is there are thousands and thousands of YouTube experts out there telling you how to grow. And I mean, I guess I'm technically one of them, but how many of them have actually talked to the person who runs YouTube? Now, I'm also in that boat because I haven't spoken with the YouTube CEO either, but I went through every major interview and even small interviews that Neil has done in the past year, and I found insights that completely contradict what a lot of these YouTube growth creators are doing.
So yeah, guys, a subscriber reached out to me and asked me, hey, I've been seeing you grow. What are some ways or some tips that you can give me? Which gave me inspiration for this video. Said, gave us some tips and some tricks and said, hey, how many more of my viewers could I help with this type of content? This content that here we're bringing to you today is by Dylan Reynolds. I will put the video down in the description, but we have to grow, guys, right? And yes, I'm going to keep bringing you the entertainment. I'm going to keep bringing you what's happening, the news and so forth and so on, because entertainment helps our lives to go ahead and thrive, right? But this right here, this bit of information, this business sector, I have to help you guys and girls, right? This is going to help you understand the ins and outs of how to grow on the platform. This is not just information for you, it's information for me, right? We're both learning. And I think it's a wonderful thing. So yeah, guys, right? But we're going to check out some more clips. Check this out.
Thing, and this is actually advice I give to people who ask me, like, what is the secret sauce of being a successful creator on the platform, is it really is just be true to yourself. And that is, sounds sort of very cliched, but I wish somebody had given me that advice early in my career, because nothing rings more true.
Okay, but wait, it gets even better. He explains why this actually works.
And I can tell you for a fact that it's not the algorithm, it's all the other people that are on the other side of that glass when they're watching your video, if you're a creator, that can tell instantaneously whether that is actually truly your authentic self, or if you're trying to basically put yourself in another person's shoes.
Think about that. The CEO of YouTube just told you that authenticity beats the algorithm optimization every single time. And I think the reason is because, I mean, just think about your own viewing patterns. Think about content, like the psychology of content from a macro perspective. Like, I can guarantee you feel the same way. Your audience can sense when you're not being real, like when you're being fake. And they'll click away so fast, way faster than you can even say, hey, smash that subscribe button. Like they'll leave so quickly. But we've on a lot of things that you've been told or taught about when it comes to YouTube growth. And here's where it gets really interesting. Most creators think that YouTube controls their success, like some puppet master, that the platform decides who wins and who loses. But the CEO of YouTube, Neil, by the way, I'm just gonna start referring to him as Neil. At this point, you know that Neil is the CEO of YouTube. I don't need to say that every time. So as I was saying, Neil has a completely different view of YouTube's role.
The analogy that I use that I think sort of works best is most of the people at YouTube are software engineers, they're technologists, and our job is to build the stage. We are really someone who built the theater.
Right.
We don't, I don't tell you when to post or what you should say. You have exercised that creative control.
See, YouTube isn't the director of your show. They're the theater builder.
And yeah, guys, like, truthful moment, like why I'm bringing this to the channel, why you don't hear the music in the background you normally hear, when we talk and we do our reaction to entertainment, is I wanted to bring value to you guys. I didn't want to just get up here and just speak about the same thing that other people are talking about. I felt like, hey, when I first started this, I didn't know how to do anything, right? I jumped on CapCut, I jumped on OBS, I bought whatever you think of to buy at that current moment and waste money because I didn't know how to use and properly utilize the things. I just thought I needed the things. So my hope is when making these type of videos here, this new, I want to call it deep dives, or we're going to call it whatever we want to call it, just a moment of vulnerability for both of us, for me being the creator and you guys wanting to learn how to do this. I believe this way, this is the best value that I could give to you at the current moment, right? Is showing you how to build the channel up from the core. Like a lot of people say, how do you turn the camera on and just start talking like someone's there? Like, who are you talking to? I believe, yes, it's an art. It does take some time to get used to, but the journey of learning how to do it is such a beautiful thing, right? And I'm still on that journey, right? The channel is steady growing. You guys are jumping on with me, and we're going to continue this. We want to get it up to 200. Someone asked me, when would you make a class? And I said, well, it would have to be around 200, 300K subs, because I want to be able to provide the amount of value for them, right? If I was to ever do something like that. But I'm going to continue to find these type of clips, and we're going to keep taking these journeys. Right? But I do have more clips. Let's check this out.
Platform every single day, every niche interest, every learning pursuit that you want to have, every musical genre. So in terms of being able to find, the particular niche that you're interested in that moment that you're interested in, I'm never worried about it being, homogenous across all of YouTube.
500 hours uploaded every minute. That means there's room for every single niche, every perspective, every authentic voice, everything. The CEO isn't worried about oversaturation like so many people I talk to. He's actually encouraging more people, more diversity. And he revealed where creators are actually seeing explosive growth.
Our top creators have grown their watch time on living room screens by something on the order of 400% in the last year, a couple years or so. We just surpassed 1 billion hours of watch time on living room screens.
Dude, this is crazy. 400% growth on YouTube screen. While everyone's here optimizing for mobile, the smart creators are thinking bigger. Now, of course, you should be optimized for mobile. The point here is to be optimized for all screen types: TV, iPad, laptop, and mobile. But
Really about what I want as opposed to what other people's expectations are of me.
this isn't just about YouTube. This is about building a career and a life on your own terms. Stop chasing what you think will work and start creating what genuinely excites you and lights you up. Now, I keep going through all of the insights that I found for hours, but here's the thing. Knowing this information and actually implementing it are two completely different things.
Telling you, be on YouTube and be yourself. That's how you build your channel. Hey, family, we family. Hit that sub. Have you hit the subscription button for me? You hit the sub. Have you hit the like button for me? Did you hype me up? Look, I'm bringing this value to you guys. I want you guys to take this journey, right? If you dare to do so, because a lot of people, this may not be the thing for them, right? The consistency, the grind. They really probably think, hey, I could do one video a month, and we know as creators that's not going to get the job done. So it's all about the dedication you're willing to put behind this, right? All the tips and tricks that I'm going to bring to the channel aren't going to help you if you don't have the motivation, right? If you don't have the drive, if you don't have the giddy up, right? If you ain't got what it takes, as they want to say, but it's a true thing, because you have to be able to do the work. That's it. I can give you all the tips and tricks that you want. The playbook ain't gonna help if you're not gonna run the plays. So yeah, we got some more clips. Let's check out to further see what the CEO wants you to know about YouTube and your channel.
Similar.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think people undervalue depth quite a bit, right? And they overvalue width. And so I think you're absolutely right. I think even 100,000 views on like a personality vlog, or even like I was telling Colin this morning that you have a video after your Cheeseball Man fight that's just titled "I Fought Him," and it has almost 600,000 views. Those are very powerful views because that title thumbnail is not algorithmic by any means. That is not for like a random passerby view, right? That is for a core community. And we always talked about like this one Emma Chamberlain video that's called "You Totally Caught Me Making Soup."
That's a great title.
Yeah.
That's banging. That's actually really funny.
Yeah. And it's like, that has like millions of views, and it's just emblematic of like how massive her community is.
But here's what's really crazy is while everyone's chasing the same tired, trying to go viral strategies, there's a massive opportunity hiding in plain sight. And Neil revealed this when he talked about the scale of YouTube.
Most of the people at YouTube are software engineers, they're technologists, and our job is to build the stage. We are really someone who built the theater.
Right.
We don't, I don't tell you when to post or what you should say. You have exercised that creative control.
See, YouTube isn't the director of your show. They're the theater builder, right? They create the stage, but you're the performer. This means that you have way more control than you think you do. YouTube isn't working against you. They're literally building the infrastructure for you to succeed. And take this next part with a big grain of salt, but that's why, generally speaking, chasing viral YouTube strategies kind of misses the point. The platform wants you to succeed because your success quite literally is their success. And if you're anything like me, then here's something that will probably blow your mind a little bit. When Neil talks about successful creators, he doesn't just call them creators.
The other thing that I think people don't recognize as much is that not only are they amazing creative people, they are true entrepreneurs. Like, they build amazing businesses.
Entrepreneurs, not influencers, not content creators, entrepreneurs. This is a fundamental shift in how you should think about your channel. You're not just making videos, you're building an actual business. And here's YouTube's actual mission for you.
And our creators are looking to do two things. They're looking to build an audience. You know, I often describe YouTube as the world's most efficient, connector of a creative person with their audience, no matter where they are in the world. And so that's the first thing that we do as part of the creator economy. The second thing is economy. Ultimately, it's about finding a way for these creators to earn a sustainable living on our platform.
See, it's audience first.
So there you see what the CEO is telling us, right? It is not about thumbnails, titles. It's not about SEO. Even though you need these things, but it's about the genuineness about who you are on this camera, right? Do you genuinely care about the product you're putting out, right? I couldn't go and start reporting on, I don't know, horseback riding, right? I don't know too much about the sport, so therefore I wouldn't be someone that would be excited to do that. That's what I think I'm getting from Neil when he says we don't tell you what to put out, right? We don't dictate the things that you're gonna say and do. We want you to be yourself, right? But of course there are YouTube guidelines, and if you want to get paid, I would suggest you follow that. But you don't want to make that the mad there. But we're listening to him tell you how to build a channel, right? He's telling you be yourself and just let it ride, right? So he's saying be you, right? That's it at the end of the day.
Matters more than algorithm hack. What should you actually be focusing on as your main thing?
It's exactly what you guys said. It's about producing that content that's going to be the most engaging and most relevant for your audience. And that's ultimately what matters.
Notice he didn't say content that performs well or content that gets views. He said content that's engaging and relevant to your audience. And what's super interesting is when asked what he'd focus on if he were actually running a creator's channel, he says,
it really comes back to connecting with your audience, doing what you really find to be the most fulfilling way to do that. So I'm honestly repeating back some of what you said, which is like that depth of audience, like really building that, establishing that home base is the basis of where all the opportunities come from.
Depth over width. I love that sentence so much. See, connection over numbers. This is the opposite of what most YouTube advice tells you to do. But what's so interesting is that when you open your eyes and you look, as I said, at the macro psychology of content in itself, fundamentally speaking, and you listen to what other successful creators say, you hear something extremely similar.
And you hear him talking there. You definitely hear something similar, right? Because we are learning as we go on this journey. You always hear certain creators say, well, they never put back into the craft. They never upgraded the studio or so forth and so on, upgraded their cameras or their systems. These are the learning curves of building a channel, right? Of understanding the niche, being who you are, right? And I think as you hear the CEO, you hear Dylan there talking, understanding that the creativity part comes from the understanding of who you are and not pretending, not getting up behind this camera and trying to be someone that you think that your audience wants you to be. I think that's the core idea of what I have gathered from this video as I watch this with you guys. I'm gathering that being your authentic self, wanting, like, again, I make entertainment videos, right? To show you what's going on and what's happening in day-to-day news and so forth and so on. But this particular brand of content is truly something that's close to my heart because it helps. I believe it genuinely will help someone that's trying to gain their footing and their mindset towards, should I become a creator? They're leaning towards it, but they have their doubts. They have, that little person on the side of your shoulder saying, oh, something's not going to work and so forth and so on. But that's what this video and these type of
better than making money with it. So I want to share with you 5 really non-obvious insights that Neil gave to entrepreneurs that most creators, I feel like, completely miss. First is that
places like YouTube, but other platforms also, have really eliminated the need or the fact of a barrier between you and your audience or your customer, or however you think about it.
the second thing is that
Feedback on a place like YouTube is instantaneously. You literally see it in the comments within minutes within you posting the video.
thirdly is that,
Content tends to be global. Storylines do translate.
and the fourth insight is,
In the US, the majority of content is actually consumed on television screens.
fifth and finally,
Be creative and flexible about the monetization models, but be very rock solid in terms of the content that's true to you.
see, these 5 insights alone could completely transform your approach to YouTube. And here's something else that's kind of huge. While creators are stuck thinking that they need to choose between long form or short form content, well, listen to this.
Living up to that mission of being truly multi-format, you are creative people. You have a way of connecting with your audience. And what my job is to provide you with the tool set, the stage, if you will, to do that in whatever format works for you.
Multi-format, not long form or shorts, but both. The most successful creators aren't limiting themselves. They're using every single tool in the toolbox to connect with their audience. And the results really speak for themselves. I mean, Neil revealed that YouTube has paid out.
I think in the last 3 years, we've paid out over $50 billion to this creator economy, generated through all of these various sort of business models that I talk about.
$50 billion in 3 years. This isn't a side hustle anymore. This is a legitimate business opportunity. And here's the most personal piece of advice that Neil gives in this entire video. Beyond YouTube.
Truly be true to yourself. Like really try to, again, it sounds cliched, but really think hard about setting your own course. Think about it in terms of longer term. Like, I'm not saying over plan, but just try to really, really answer the question about, like, on the margin, how is this going to be truly about what I want as opposed to what other people's expectations are.
But all right, guys, please go check out Dylan's channel. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. Let me know what I did well, what I did wrong. If you like this particular brand of the content I brought to you today, let me know, guys, right? Because I want to bring this more often to you guys. I want us to grow, right? I have been your host. This has been your show. That has been your content. But guys, for real, I want y'all to drop me them comments down below and let me know about this video, if I should do more content like this. Really want to bring stuff like this to the channel for you guys. Let me know if it's a W or an L, right? And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.